This is Discovering the Scriptures with Dr. Peter John Parisis. Currently, we are on Daniel chapter 2, verse 28. I'm going to read the verse first. King James Version, quote, "But there is a God in heaven that revealeth secrets, and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these." Unquote. Now I'm going to read this from the Young's Literal Translation. Quote, "But there is a God in the heavens, a revealer of secrets, and he hath made known to King Nebuchadnezzar that which is to be in the latter end of the days. Thy dream and the vision of thy head on thy bed are these." Unquote. Now I'm going to read you the interlineal raw translation, and I'm also going to do some in-depth with you on this, and then we're going to go back and read this verse in context. Reading from the interlineal Bible, quote, "Nebuchadnezzar to king, and he has made known secrets," and that is a male plural, masculine singular, who reveals. So this is God who reveals, masculine singular. In heaven, a God. This is written in masculine singular. So he, a God. There is but your bed upon your head, masculine singular construction, and the visions, masculine plural construct, your dream, masculine singular. So he had one dream and he had visions. The days, masculine plural determinate. In latter, feminine singular construct, will be casual imperfect, who relative, what interrogative, were this. That's this masculine singular. So in raw form, that's what we have in the interlineal Bible. Unquote. Now, let's read this verse in context, and then let's parse it out to see what we can discover in this verse of what's going on. Because now we have a dream, singular, of Nebuchadnezzar showing visions, plural, and it is of the later days. Is it his later days, our later days, the end times? We're just going to have to continue to find out. Okay, now let's parse this out. "But there is a God in heaven that revealeth," parse out the Aramaic word for that revealeth, PL stem, so casual, active participle, so basically you can put to be there, "that revealeth secrets and maketh known." Now that's an APL stem, it's causative conjunction, and it is a perfect aspect, so it expresses a completed action, continuing, "and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be." Let's parse out shall be, PL stem, so casual, imperfect. So it is talking about an action, a process, or condition which is incomplete. "Shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these." So now let's go ahead and take a look and see what the commentaries can give us their light on this verse to add to anything that we might have. Now, one thing I'm not too familiar on is the idols, the gods that were in Nebuchadnezzar's times. But one thing that John Gill points out in our Reader's Commentary is that Daniel is pointing out that this is revealed by one singular God in heaven, a male God. So let's read John Gillis and see what more we can get from it. Quote, "And there is a God in heaven that revealeth secrets. By this Daniel meant to inform the king that there was but one God, in opposition to the notion of polytheism that obtained among the heathens, that this one God is in heaven and presides over all persons and things on earth, and that to him alone belongs the revelation of secrets, and not to heathen gods or any magician, astrologer, etc. And of this kind was the king's dream, a secret impenetrable by men, and maketh known to King Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days of his monarchy, which should be subverted and succeeded by another, and in ages after that, during the Persian, Grecian, and Roman monarchs, and in the days of the Messiah, even in the latter of his days. Thy dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these, which were of God and of great importance, and that the king might observe it." Daniel introduces these words with what goes before and says what follows. Unquote. So that's John Gill's commentary on this particular verse. And as you see, he goes a little bit further ahead of this verse and to draw out what's going to take place, whereas we're dealing verse to verse on this. So we have God in heaven, singular male, God in heaven, that reveals secrets and makes known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream, singular, and the visions, plural, of thy head upon thy bed are these. Unquote. So there's where we are right now. We're going along, but I need to read this in context for you because we don't want to pull anything out. So reading in context is Daniel 2:27 through 2:30. Reading from the King James Bible, let's see where this belongs. Quote, "Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, The secret which the king hath demanded, cannot the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, the soothsayers, show unto the king? But there is a God in heaven that revealeth secrets, and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these. As for thee, O king, thy thoughts came into thy mind upon thy bed, what shall come to pass hereafter. And he that revealeth secrets maketh known to thee what shall come to pass. But as for me, thy secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom that I have more than any living, but for their sakes that shall make known the interpretation to the king, and that thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart." Unquote. So there we have it. This is a continuation, and we're going to see further as it goes along what is being showed to the king, and what is for his time, and what is for our time, I am sure. But you'll have to stay tuned, and we'll find out as we go along. Please continue to pray and ask God to teach you through the Holy Spirit the Scriptures as you meditate upon them and as you go through discovering the Scriptures. And please keep me in your prayers, because as you've seen, I just had emergency surgery in the last few days. So I need your prayers that God will keep me healthy so I can continue on, so I can finish this Bible for all those to hear and to walk through. And if you consider making a contribution to take this radio broadcast to a nonprofit level, that would be great. Just contact me and let me know. I am a working man, so I can't do this on my own, but I can do this as God gives me the ability and people to join along. Thank you, and God bless.